All right, what's up, guys? In today's video, we're going over 3 of these settings in Call of Duty Modern Warfare that are going to affect your overall aim. We're going to be talking about your ADS sensitivity, your aim response curve type, and then your aim assist setting. The aim response curve type is actually a brand new setting in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, comes from Apex Legends. I want you guys to do this. Comment down below right now. What aim response curve type do you guys play on? Are you a standard, a linear, or a dynamic player? Today's video, we're breaking down the 3. We're recommending which ones are best, and obviously telling you guys what settings I use. I recently switched up a couple of my settings, and I have noticed my aim has actually pretty well improved by lowering my ADS and my overall sensitivities all down to kind of help refine my random movements. So we're going to talk about the ADS sensitivity. This is kind of newer in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but it was previously in Black Ops 4. But the difference is they only had like 4 different sensitivities. You could play 0.5, 0.75, and 1.0. Obviously, when you're aimed down sight, you want to have a slower sensitivity. It allows you to help track players better. I know you guys that come from Fortnite know Fortnite has this, and it's actually a pretty good sensitivity that affects your overall aim. I play on probably one of the lowest sensitivities you can play on in Fortnite. Play 0.35 ADS sensitivity. So in Black Ops 4 was 0.75. So that was the first thing I started trying out playing was 0.75 in this game. And I recently switched down to 0.6 because in every video I state to you guys everything is about ground war. I play ground war 99.9% of my matches. So my ADS sensitivity, my ability to get kills at long range, I want to be a little bit higher. So I have my ADS all the way down to 0.6 because I find it helps with the randomness. With 0.6, there's not really any variance in my aim down sight speed as far as left to right, up and down. 0.6 is a very low sensitivity compared to what I used to play on. And then talking about the high zoom sensitivity, which is for your sniper rifles, there's like 10 different attachments you can put on, basically mainly for your sniper rifles. And I found that playing 1.0 was a little bit too slow. Obviously, with sniper rifles, you're trying to track players at a farther distance who are moving, so you want to be able to track them faster. So I turned mine up to 1.1. I did find that to be a bit easier for me to track players with snipers. But talking about the ADS sensitivity, what I would personally recommend is anywhere between 0.5 and somewhere about 0.8. Obviously, like I said, you want to be able to track and have your aim as refined as possible. So playing on default, which is 1.0, is obviously probably pretty good, but lowering it any amount is definitely going to help you out, which is what I recommend. Then your stick sensitivities, which I normally used to play like 8.7. I think I'm on 7.6 now, which obviously helps your hip fire a little bit, but in this game, you don't ever really hip fire. But I do play on the lower sensitivities, which I normally used to play like 10.10 in previous CODs. I actually lowered those sensitivities as well. So we're going to be talking about the aim response curve type at the end of the video because I made a specific video on that if you guys want to go watch it, basically breaking them down. I'll link that in the top of the description for you guys. But the next thing, which I have recently educated myself on and actually put some pretty good research into and tested a bunch of this stuff. So you guys can see on the screen now what the aim assist settings are. Obviously disabled is keyboard and mouse. Standard is standard. It's everything you guys know in Call of Duty. Precision reads as the definition. Strong aim slowdown only kicks in when aimed closer to the target. So your aim assist is a little bit stronger. It says best for accurate players, which I think is a complete and utter lie. So when I actually tried using the precision, it allowed my player tracking to be a little bit worse in my opinion because the aim assist is so strong. If you guys have been playing Call of Duty for more than 2 or 3 years, your aim assist being switched up like this far into a life cycle of a game is really going to mess you up. So with the precision being a stronger aim assist, what I highly recommend this for is players that are new to Call of Duty or players that are not as confident in their ability to aim, because your aim assist is going to be stronger, which is what the focusing claims. It says the focusing is best for players new to analog aiming, which I think is a completely unuseful thing. If your aim assist is that strong, you might as well just stop playing if you can't aim that well. But precision, in my opinion, is best. They should change it to best for new players to joysticks, people that are new to controllers. So what I personally play on obviously is standard. Standard is something you've been around for a long time. It's everything you know about Call of Duty. Now, talking about the aim response curve type, obviously, like I said, I'm going to be telling you guys what I play on, which is obviously dynamic. Reading these definitions is a little bit hard to define what they are. The standard says simple power curve map from aim stick to aim rate. So basically, if you flick a little bit, your joystick's going to move a little bit, your aim is going to move a little bit, and obviously if you're at the corner of your joystick, your aim is going to be, you know, extremely fast, moving faster, like you're on a higher sensitivity. That is on standard. I know a lot of people probably play on standard, which I have found to be like not as controllable. The difference between standard, linear, and dynamic, as far as the definition of what I define it as, is it allows more free motion by switching off of standard. So switching to dynamic is basically the best thing I can define as for me, is it allows more free motion. So if you have good joysticks, you think you have pretty good aim, playing on dynamic is going to allow more free motion to you, which is going to allow you as the shooter to be able to hit your shots better, in my opinion. If you read the second part of dynamic, it says reverse S-curve mapping for fine aim rate control. So basically defines if you're a good shooter, use dynamic. And then linear says aim stick maps directly to aim rate. So basically if you point your joystick, it's going to move. And basically, in my personal opinion of dynamic versus linear, dynamic is best for low ADS players. There's more free motion, and if you're playing on a lower ADS where there's less motion, they basically counter each other to give you the best aim possible, in my opinion. And for linear, I find it best for high ADS players. Like I said, I tried linear for about 3 hours, and I found myself missing a lot more shots that I would normally hit at long or mid-range, normally on dynamic. So basically the biggest difference is standard is normal. If you don't want to switch from the normal, stay on standard, but I recommend dynamic. And then linear, I would say, is more so for your snipers. It's going to allow your player tracking to be better. So that's pretty much it for all the best settings. If you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a like on it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and comment down below what are your 3 settings. What aim assist settings do you play on? What is your ADS sensitivity? And what aim response curve type are you guys on? Make sure you guys use code Trapgod on all your scuff and GFUEL purchases. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.